All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit about our so-called president. Um, I don't even know where to start. This guy is such a joke. I can't believe he even got elected. Um, he he can't he can't speak in public without having a teleprompter. You know, I'm sorry. I can't trust someone who can't speak without having you know notes, crib notes, or it's if you can't keep track of what you're saying in say a 3 to 5 minute speech or whatever. I mean, I'm not the greatest speech giving person or speech writer for that matter. I'm sitting here, I have no notes, I'm simply winging this um, off the top of my head. So if you there's a story about him using a teleprompter for 6 people. I'm sorry, but if you need a teleprompter for that, you do not deserve to hold public office. Um, there's so many things wrong with this person. I mean, what's his name? Seriously, what's his legal name? Do you know? Barry Ciatoro? Is it Barack Obama? Is it Barry Dunham? Is it what is it? Seriously, where was he born? We still haven't seen a verified birth certificate. We've not actually found or seen a document yet. We haven't seen any of his high school records, his college records. We know that he gave up his citizenship when he was in Indonesia. So technically, if he never renewed his citizenship, he's not even, not a natural born citizen. He's not even a citizen, period. He's an illegal alien. And to anyone who's in here in the United States who has not come in legally, I don't give a shit what you want to call yourselves. You're an illegal alien. That's the term. That's what you are. You are an alien resident. If you get a green card, it's a resident alien card or whatever. I mean, deal with it. You're an alien. You're an illegal alien. And as far as the Arizona law that Obama, the Arizona law, I think, was the right thing to do. The if you want to come into this country and work and simply earn a better life for yourself, do it legally. There's a pathway to do it. If you're in the country illegally and you want to stay here, get legal. That's all there is to it. If you don't want to be legal, get out of the country because we don't want you here. I'm sorry if that's harsh, but if you do not follow the laws of this country, then you don't deserve to be in this country. And I'm not saying all the laws, but I'm saying the basic laws, the basic constitution. That, if you come into this country illegally, you are liable to be arrested and kicked out of the country. Fair game. You break the law, you pay the consequences. I have broken the law before, I have paid the consequences. I did a video which is not posted yet, which I'm going to be editing probably tomorrow, where I explain how I was collecting firewood and got a ticket. You know, fair enough. I didn't have a permit. Got caught. Pay the ticket. You know, it that's that's the way it is. Barack Obama does not seem to understand that there are rules, there are laws, there are procedures that have to be gone through, and he just doesn't seem to care. He has an agenda. He knows what he wants to do, and there's nothing that's going to stop him. Introducing the gun control laws. I mean, introducing the internet control switch. Everything this president does is illegal and not in the best interest of the people of the United States. And that's all. That's all it is. That's what it comes down to. He needs to be removed from office. He needs to be impeached. He needs to be tried for treason, for malfeasance, for misprision of felony. He needs to be sued for um, perjury. I mean, this person needs to sit every day of the rest of his life in a 6x8 jail cell. And by what he said about uh, Private Manning, strip him naked, throw him in a cell, and feed him gruel twice a day. That's what he deserves. I have no respect for this person. He deserves no respect from me because he lies, he cheats, he is out to destroy America, and he's doing a good job of it. But he's not the only one. I mean, he's following the same policies that Bush had put forward, and Bush is following most of the same policies that Clinton worked on. Clinton is following the same policies that Daddy Bush did. It's just a progression. It's the same agenda year after year after year after year. And I don't care who you want to vote for, Republican, Democrat, Tea Party, whatever. There's about a handful of people in Washington that have any respect for. Ron and Rand Paul are the only two that come to mind off the top of my head. Senator West, or Congressman West, um, and I'm sure there's a couple other ones off the top of my head, I can't think of them. Basically, everybody else I think needs to be indicted and tried for treason, because that's what they are. They are traitors to this nation. And Nancy Pelosi is number one. Hillary Clinton is right behind her. Um, Somebody needs to make a TV show about this, because it's literally it's a comedy show. It's a joke. I mean, you could call it the Three Stooges Go to Washington. Bo, Mo, and Joe, because that's what it is. It's the three fucking Stooges. Um, I don't know where else to go with this. I He is such a failure. He is such an embarrassment in the eyes of the world. I cannot believe this guy is I cannot believe that he thinks that he is doing a good job. He has to understand that he is destroying everything that the average American holds dear and holds as something worthwhile and valuable. Um, Literally everything this person does is wrong. And I have a video linked on here. It is from the Heritage Foundation. It's How Modern Liberals Think, I think was the title for it. If you go and read that, you will understand some of what is wrong with politics today. And it's not the Democrats and it's not the Republicans. It's everyone in politics. You have to understand that you go to Washington and you think out loud that, oh, you know I saw a guy driving a Aston Martin DBS down the street, and that's a really nice car. I wouldn't mind having one of those. And then a couple days later, some guy shows up and he's got a pair of car keys and he says, you know, um, this is from one of your supporters. Check in parking space, whatever, and he leaves a set of car keys for you. Or some guy walks by with a little miniature, you know, 8 inch by 4 inch by 4 inch little miniature purse or briefcase, and he'll just leave it on the desk. He doesn't even say anything, you know. And you stick it in a drawer, and an hour later, 2 days later, or a week later, you decide to pull it out and look at it, and it's full of gemstones, or it's full of some gold coins, or something. Anything that these people vocalize as something that they want or would like, it's provided. The bribery and graft in most political situations is beyond most people's comprehension. It is off the charts. Um, and you wonder why nothing gets done in Washington? They're not worried about getting anything done. They're worried about lining their pockets. They're worried about who's going to pay me the most to vote for which bill, or who's going to give me, you know, the 3 week trip to, Cabo San Lucas, or the 2 week paid trip to Thailand. Oh, that's a great one because you go to Thailand and there's all the child sex trade. The politicians, most of them are into deviant things because they're in power, and they if they get caught, they can make it go away. I'm not saying that all of them are into that, but if you start getting into the circles of power, you inevitably will start to get into things that are farther out under the borderline of acceptable, simply because the more power you have, the more it corrupts, and the more you have the ability to cover up the corruption. We need to impeach him. We cannot let him finish out his term, because if he finishes his term, if this nation even is still a nation by the end of his term, it I don't see it happening. This nation will not survive with him as president, and that's all I got to say.